Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Perfect. Hello everyone. Welcome to NACS Racing North American Circuit Series. I am your host, Sidonia Muse. Tonight we're here in the penultimate race of our first season in NACS. Second last race of the season here at Qatar, and it's also the final sprint of the season. We've had 6 sprints so far this season, and this is the final one, the 6th one here at Qatar. So it's going to be a one-shot qualifying, followed by a 10-lap sprint into a 29-lap race. So right away things are going to be happening pretty quick here. We also have formation lap turned off due to the bugs in the game. So after the one-shot quali, guys are just going to get ready, get their setups on, and we're going to be good to go right into the sprint. So this quali, like I said, one shot. Drivers only get 1 lap to set a clean lap time. If they invalidate, well, they're starting from the back during the sprint, and they'll have to deal with it. So we're going to see some guys pushing their absolute hardest here. It's one shots, that'll be nice. Looks like we got 7 guys here tonight. We got Smoke, aka Black Stappen in the Red Bull, Grace and Vodka Victory in the Aston Martins. Vodka just secured his Drivers' Championship at Austria. And now he's looking to secure the Constructors' Championship with Great Ace here tonight. All they literally have to do as a team is secure at least 5 points tonight over the whole evening. And they will be the Constructors' Champions tonight at Qatar. So, shouldn't be too hard of a task for them to do, especially since there's a few people here tonight. Sparky and the McLaren, his teammate Jelly, unfortunately not here tonight. Having some technical difficulties. Beaver here in the Alpha Tauri. And lastly, you got Slingshot and Drupally, both in the Alfa Romeos, who the whole season have been fighting in the Constructors. They've constantly been second, third in the Constructors. And they've been the main challenger for Aston Martin in the second half of the season. So regardless of what happens tonight, good stuff to them for putting up the fight that they've been putting up. And hopefully they're able to end the season on a good note. Just giving them the heads up that we're all good to go. We're ready to start things up. See what happens here. Like I said, whoever gets the fastest lap time here in the one-shot quality will start at the front for the sprint, which is only 10 laps, which might not seem like a lot, but this track in particular, Qatar, is one of the most brutal tracks in the entire game for tire wear. So even in 10 laps, the tires you're on can get really shot, and you could see some people making some mistakes near the end of the sprint, which will affect their position for the start of the full race. Also in NACS, we run absolutely no assists right now. We've been running no assists this entire first season. No corner line, no ABS, nothing. So that's what these guys are on. It's going to make this track even harder because it's really hard to tell where you're going with no corner line on this track. And we also have dynamic weather on, but of course it's Qatar, it's in the desert. Weather shouldn't be a concern tonight. So the drivers are just going to get their setups on here. And then we're going to be right into the one-shot quali. And here we go. We're right into the one-shot quali. Here, we're going to get settings up here now. There we go. There we go. And let's see. Looks like Slingshot coming in turn 1 was actually ahead there. Oh, shifting all over the place. And unfortunately, oh, like I said, everyone all over the place taking different lines, different approaches here in the first couple corners. Slingshot, you can see, he just went up and down this whole time. Same with Great Ace here, who was doing good. Now he's lost some time through these couple corners. Beaver actually currently the fastest at the moment through most of Sector 1 here. No one has invalidated yet. As far as I can see, everyone's all good in that regard. Currently, it's Sparky and Beaver actually fighting for pole position here, coming out of Sector 1. Great Sector 1 from Beaver in the Alpha Tauri. This would mean a lot to him. Him and Slingshot now. Beaver and Slingshot gets himself up there in that conversation for those couple corners there in Sector 2. Now we're coming up to the final sector. This is where laps are made here and where people might invalidate, so you got to be careful here. Beaver is going fastest here, though, up into the first two sectors. Sparky not having a great first lap here in the one-shot qualifying. Like I said, now it's between Beaver and Drupally coming down to the final corner of the track. Let's see, Beaver's final corner here. Cuts right in, moves right in, keeps on the line. Vodka Victory actually doesn't get a clean time, so Vodka Victory is going to be starting from the back for the sprint race. Beaver crosses the line, but it looks like Drupally is just barely going to get him. Wow. What a one-shot qualifying there. Drupally just barely edging it out over Beaver there. I think it literally just came down to that final exit onto that straightaway. Is all it came down to. So it's actually going to be Drupally and Beaver starting on the front row for the sprint. This just got interesting. Wicked laps there from Drupally and Beaver, followed by Sparky and Ferd, who must have messed up on a corner here or there. Lost a couple tenths to them. And great for Sling too. Sling only half second off Beaver's time there. 122. Oh, sorry, Drupally's the 122.8. Great stuff. And Vodka, like I said, actually going to be starting from the back in 7th for the sprint. He's choosing to start at the back. Then it's going to be Great Ace and Smoke starting 5th and 6th for the sprint. Sparky and Slingshot for in 4th. And like I said, at the front, it's going to be Drupally and Beaver there at the very front. Very close there. Like I said, Beaver was fastest for most of that lap. Drupally just barely got him there at the end. You know, by only 25 thousandths of a second. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. 10-lap sprint. I don't think people are going to be able to take this off the full 10 laps. I think that's a little bit suicidal here. So I'm assuming we'll see every single person on the medium tires for the sprint here at Qatar. Anyway, for the full race, though, we might see some really weird and different strategies, depending on how well people can manage their tires here or not. But for the sprint, I would imagine everyone's just going to be on the mediums across the board. But yeah, once again, though, props there in that one-shot quality to Drupally and Beaver. Those are wicked laps from the two of them. Like I said, Beaver almost had the fastest lap there in that one-shot quality. So it looks like Beaver is actually out for blood tonight. Funny enough. So we're just waiting for the guys to get their setups on. Mostly, not much tire strategy for the sprint. Mostly just going to be their setups. So everyone's just getting their setups loaded up before we start up the sprint. And then we'll be right into it. Like I said, guys, we got one race left of Season 1 of NACS, and then we're taking a couple weeks off, and then we'll be back for Season 2. If anyone is interested in joining us for Season 2, we're always looking for drivers every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just message me, Sidonian Muse, either on Xbox or on Discord. It's the same name across both. And we'll get you set up with a seat. Here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here at the sprint at Qatar. Let's see if the game can give me a good camera angle. Into turn 1. We got Sparky trying to get into the conversation there with Alfa Romeo of Drupally and the AlphaTauri of Beaver. Beaver nudging the back of Sparky a little bit there, but it's all good, all clean. Sparky's through up into second there with Drupally now, as we can see. Everyone else also has gotten through turn 1, no problem. Smoke is now at the back though. Vodka Victory's moved up a position to 6th. Everyone's super tight going through this corner here, as you can see. My goodness. Like I said, Beaver's now dropped down to 3rd after Sparky made that move on him. Slingshot, they're now in 4th, so it's basically the Aston Martins are kind of on the back foot tonight. Like I said, all they care about now is getting at least 5 points, which they can both technically get in the sprint here. They can technically get the 5 points they want in the sprint here. We'll see if they do so, because that will mean they will secure the Constructors' Championship here in the sprint at Qatar. If they do so, oh, yellow flag sector 2, and that is it. Smoke is out of the sprint race. And it's going to be a full safety car here in the first lap of the sprint at Qatar. Just like that. Smoke lost it there coming through sector 2. And Smoke is out of the sprint at Qatar. So 6 drivers remain for the rest of the sprint. Like I said, full safety car. So it's going to be... Everyone's pretty tight together though, so I wouldn't imagine the safety car will be out for more than like 2 laps. I don't think a safety car only stays out for 1 lap. I think it always stays out for at least 2, so I imagine we'll see it stay out for 2. And they'll probably go back in since everyone's already bunched up. Anyway. And yeah, as we can see, so Drupally will be kicking us off for the safety car restart. We'll have to worry about Sparky once again. And there's the safety car. And, ooh, everyone going a little wide there. Drupally, I guess, I guess Drupally wasn't keeping an eye on his minimap there. Didn't know the safety car was going to be there. Came to a pretty quick stop. But we will see. We will see. But yeah, unfortunately, that's Smoke's sprint done. Crashed out just like that. That's how easy it is for someone's race to end here at Qatar. This track is very twisty and turny. It's very easy to just lose it out of nowhere. Here comes the guys going around the track, like I said. But this is perfect, though, for some of these guys in the sprint. Because this is going to make it so that their tires don't get that worn during the sprint. So, and also fuel. It's also going to save a lot of people's fuel for the sprint as well. Because fuel is also surprisingly bad. Well, I shouldn't even say surprisingly. Fuel is just plain out bad here at Qatar. You burn a lot of fuel here, so this is going to save people's fuel and their tires for the rest of the sprint. So this is going to take a lot of stress off some people, actually. So I'm sure none of these guys are really complaining about having a safety car here. Except maybe the Aston Martins, because they're stuck 5th and 6th right now. But, you know. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Like I said, even if the Aston Martins stay in 5th and 6th for the rest of the sprint, they will still seal the constructors here. Because that will be 7 points from the sprint for them. But right now, it's interesting that it's Drupally and Sparky at the front here for the sprint, because currently, like I said, Vodka Victory secured the Drivers' Championship. He's the winner of Season 1 of NACS. However, Drupally and Sparky are currently only 15 points apart from 2nd and 3rd in the standings at the moment. So, 2nd place is still up for grabs between Drupally and Sparky right now. So this race tonight matters a lot for their 2nd place battle. For the bragging. That, I would assume, this is probably going to be the only overlap of the safety car, and then it's probably going to go in, I would imagine. We also have safety car and reduced, so the fact that a full safety car came out just shows how much Smoke lost control of his car there. Because, you know, this track is pretty wide open. Like, you see how much space is all around for someone if they spin. So Smoke must have really lost it, I would say. Interesting. I'm trying to see what Drupal's doing here with the safety car. I guess he's just trying to keep his tires at the correct temps. Don't want them to get too cold here. And you don't want them to get too hot, though, either. Or else you'll be losing it around these tight corners here at Qatar. And yep, as I predicted, safety car in this lap. So Drupal's going to take us back to racing speed here momentarily. Like I said, Beaver still in third right now, ahead of Slingshot. Last week at Portugal, Beaver and Slingshot were going at it pretty much the whole time, so we might see another scrap between the two of them here tonight. But Beaver showed in that first lap that he does have great pace, though. Which is cool for Beaver, because it means that potentially, you know, he's only gotten one podium here in NACS back at Vegas where he won the race. So he's been chasing the podium ever since. This could be another great opportunity for Beaver, but here we go, back to racing speed. Drupal taking off in front. You got Slingshot. Trying to see if he can go for a move. On leave it to Beaver into turn one. Unfortunately, not able to do so. Hard to overtake people cleanly here at Qatar. You got to be really, really patient. He also got to worry about the Aston Martins, who are fast approaching on his behind. Drupal and Sparky not really pulling any time on each other. I'm guessing at this point Sparky's basically just going to wait for DRS maybe to come online. Both Aston Martins going at it here, I would imagine. Like I said, Drivers' Championship is sealed at this point for Vodka. So Great Ace is going to be giving it his all here to stay ahead of him. At the back, Drupal just trying his best to get Sparky out of his DRS range before DRS is re-enabled. So that could allow Drupal to secure his first sprint victory here in NACS, if he can do so. If not, it's going to be another sprint win for Sparky. Just like he had the previous sprint at Jeddah. Here we go. There is a gap forming between Drupal and Sparky and the other four guys. Beaver's kind of holding that line right now. Drupal sets a new fast lap in the sprint, though. As you know, in sprints, fastest laps don't really mean anything. There's no points. There's no points for fastest lap in the sprint. At the moment, anyway. Oh, but here we go. Great Ace is right on the back of Slingshot. Really putting the pressure on the Alfa Romeo driver now. Looking for an opportunity to strike. So we're going to stay on board with Great Ace here now. But like I said, it's hard to overtake at a track like this. So someone like Great Ace got to be careful not to get too impatient. So a lot of these guys still have a ton of ERS to burn. Only half the sprint left. Oh, and Vodka Victory has left the session. I can't believe it said that Vodka Victory's left the session. Let's get him back in here right quick. I don't know why it said that. There we go, just sent Vodka Victory an invite back. For some reason it said that Vodka Victory has left the session. I don't know what happened. I don't know if his network just went out for a second. Sometimes Xbox does that. Maybe, but yeah, it just kicked Vodka Victory out of the sprint race. But again, his car is still on track, so he should... There we go. Vodka Victory got my invite. He's coming back in. Hopefully he'll be able to take control over his car once again. But anyway, so Vodka Victory has now fallen off. He's at the back because the AI took over for a couple seconds there. DRS has now been re-enabled though, and Great Ace is going to go for it on Sling here soon. If he can't get him here, maybe the following lap. But Great Ace has 40% ERS left to burn, so does Sling, so they're both pretty evenly matched here. Oh, here goes Great Ace. It looks like he's going to go into the corner wheel to wheel with Sling, side by side. And I think he gets him there. Oh, but Great Ace goes wide there. That's definitely a warning for him, though. Got to be careful. Down to 25% ERS now. Nicely done by Great Ace, though. Nice move. Down 20% ERS, though. Now he's going to do everything he can to keep Sling behind him, because Sling is going to have DRS on him once they reach the DRS zone. On the start-finish. And Vodka is back in, but I don't know if he's able to take control of his car. I don't know if he's able to retake control of his car. If we see the gap to the other start dropping down to some degree, I would imagine yes. Here we go. Sling is going to have DRS on Great Ace. Drupal's done a great job keeping Sparky just outside of his DRS range during this sprint. So Sparky still going into lap 7 of the sprint, still with no DRS on Drupal at the moment. There's a huge gap from up to the two of them past Beaver. But Beaver is still holding third position in the sprint right now. This could be a sprint podium for Beaver. He just has to keep it together for the next couple laps, and it will be. So good stuff to him so far here in the sprint. Sparky, though, is starting to get within Drupal's DRS range. So if he gets closer, we'll hop up to them and see if Sparky can potentially fight Drupal for the sprint race win here tonight. But even if he can't, Sparky has to remember that there's still a full race to go. Even if he can't win the sprint, there's still a full race for him to best Drupal at. That's going to be a whole different beast with a whole ton of tire management and all that. So regardless, yeah, so I think Vodka is back in control of his car because he's got the gap down from 3 seconds to 2 seconds now to Slingshot and Great Ace ahead. So it's not over for Vodka. He still has another 3 full laps to pull in the gap and potentially overtake Slingshot, which is great. But regardless, Smoke will be starting from the back for the full race. And there we go. Vodka Victory picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings here in the sprint race. So unfortunately, I think that's going to be the killer for him. I don't think he's going to be able to make up time like that here in a sprint unless other guys ahead of him also get time penalties. Slingshot getting very close to Great Ace, but still unable to get past him. Drupal, like I said, still maintaining that gap, keeping Sparky at bay. Let's just check in and see. Yep, you can see Sparky's actually pushing. Sparky's doing everything he can to get into that range of Drupal down to 10% ERS here, going into the final couple laps. Drupal's still holding on to 35%, so he got still some ERS in the back in case he has to use it. But meanwhile, Great Ace picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, just like his teammate. So now this is great for Slingshot, because Slingshot doesn't even need to get past Great Ace. If Sling just stays within, like a second or so of Great Ace, he'll be fine, and he'll start in 4th position for the race. Oh, but there we go, a yellow flag in Sector 2. I think Great Ace has lost it. Yep, Great Ace spins out there in Sector 2, which is where Smoke DNF'd, funny enough. Yep, funny enough, Great Ace spun exactly where Smoke DNF'd. So very tricky section of the track there, as we can tell. Definitely going to catch some guys out in the full race as well. But there we go. That's great for Sling. So Vodka gets ahead of Great Ace now. So it looks like Vodka might also start ahead of his teammate. Only 2 laps left in the sprint. But even though Vodka is fast approaching Slingshot, Vodka has that 3-second time penalty. So even if Vodka gets past Sling, he's probably not going to have time to make up those 3 seconds. So Sling is actually in a great position now to start ahead of Vodka Victory for the full race. Less than 2 laps to go. And Drupal is still pulling time on Sparky. So Drupal showing amazing pace here tonight at Qatar, enough to potentially win the race. And potentially get his 2nd win in NACS. His first being very early in the season at Azerbaijan, at Baku. So we'll see. Yellow flag in Sector 2, though. Oh, this time it's Vodka Victory. Vodka Victory goes off there just at the start of Sector 2. Not in the same spot as his teammate, but in the part before that. So both Aston Martins really struggling here in the sprint at Qatar. A real big struggle for them. Both Aston Martins just all over the place during the sprint. Both of them got time penalties. Both of them have made huge mistakes that could have taken them out of the sprint, honestly. But again, they'll still. The crazy thing is they'll still secure the constructors here because they've had such a great season that they'll still secure the constructors here, even if they just finish 5th and 6th together here. So like I said, that'll be 7 points, and all they need is 5. Final lap of the sprint. Drupal's now almost pulled 2 seconds. The Sparky doing a great job here. Sling though, still a second and a half. He's been burning off his ERS, but unfortunately he's still a second and a half behind Beaver, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch Beaver here for the sprint podium. Beaver is just showing some great pace here tonight at Qatar. In fact, let's check at people's fastest laps here. You can see Drupally with the 124.7, just a couple tenths faster than Sparky's 125 flat. Then you got Beaver the 125.5. Same as Vodka Victory, and then you got Great Ace 126 flat and Sling with the 126.1. So everyone's still fairly similar pace here tonight. Crazy enough, it's just Beaver is actually doing really well tonight. He's in really good form. Coming into the final sector of the sprint here now. This will decide who wins the sprint race, and who doesn't. Here we go, coming through here, no issues. And now we're down into the final corner of the track. Sparky trying to use the last bit of his ERS there to get within DRS range of Drupally, but it's no use. So with that, they're going to cross the line, and congratulations to Drupally, Bunyan. Oh, and Vodka Victory also picks up another 3-second time penalty. Going over the line there. But he's still good. He's still going to hold the position ahead of his teammate when they cross the line, it looks like. Yeah. But yeah, no, congrats to Drupally for winning the sprint here at Qatar. His first sprint win in NACS. Drupally wins the sprint over Sparky. So Drupally and Sparky once again are going to start on the front row for the full race. And congrats to Beaver, who got his first sprint podium in NACS as well. So Beaver is going to start third alongside Slingshot, who's going to start in fourth. So very solid start to the night for the Alfa Romeo guys, for sure. First and fourth in the sprint. Vodka and Great Ace, Aston Martin teammates, are going to start alongside each other. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And then you got Smoke and the Red Bull starting at the back after he DNF'd the sprint. As you can see, DNF, but funny enough, that's interesting how the rules work for that. So funny enough, even though he DNF, Smoke still gets 2 points from the sprint. Yeah. So even though he DNF'd, according to the game, Smoke still gets 2 points from the sprint. Wow. And also, we can't forget, with that, Vodka Victory and Great Ace, they got 7 points from the sprint, and that's all they needed. So with that, Aston Martin have secured the Constructors' Championship. So congrats to Vodka Victory and Great Ace. They are now officially the Constructors' Champions of NACS. Vodka won the Drivers' Championship 2 races ago at Austria, and now him and Great Ace have secured the Constructors. So congrats to Aston Martin for a phenomenal season. Smoke has left the session. I heard he might have had to go before the race, but see there now. You know, I think Smoke actually had to get off anyway, but I think he had to run. But he has... The game still gave him 2 points for the sprint, funny enough, so he did get something out of it anyway, even though he didn't even get to do 1 lap. He didn't even get to do 1 full lap here around Qatar. Funny enough. But yeah, this is when the drivers like to take a quick couple of minutes, quick 5-minute intermission just to prepare themselves for the full race. Get all set up and everything. So I will see you guys back here in 5 minutes time for the full race at Qatar. And we are back, folks. Sorry about that. We had to restart the lobby and set the grid again because one of the drivers got kicked out for no reason. So, but it was during the 5-minute break anyway, so whatever, we're back and everything's all set up again. Now we're just waiting for the drivers to get their setups ready, and then we're going to start things up here for the full 29 laps at Qatar. Like I said, Drupally Bunyan starting from pole position. That's cool for Drupally. Not only does he get a sprint win on his record, he also gets a pole lap. This is pretty cool. Another sprint podium this season for Sparky, and like I said, Beaver gets his first sprint podium in NACS, so that's really cool for him as well. Again, since Smoke's out of the race, like I said, 6 drivers. You know, this podium is anyone's for the taking. Obviously, it looks like Drupally and Sparky are going to be the favorites to win the race tonight. But, you know, anything's possible for that third podium slot. And also, even for the race win, like, anything can happen, you know? And I'm assuming we're probably going to see some very different strategies here tonight as well. Here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here at the Qatar Grand Prix, and my spectator controls. It's not letting me do anything. Okay, there we go. Jesus. This game is so broken. There we go. Drupally still holding his lead in turn 1. That was crazy, guys. There was nothing on my screen. Like, this game is so stupid. It's been out since last June, and they haven't fixed some of this shit. But there we go, everything's up now. I can actually see the fucking intervals, so that's nice. But yeah, Vodka Victory already had a great start to his race, already up to 3rd off the line. Slingshot now had a bad start, all the way back into 6th behind Great Ace. But like I said, great start for Vodka. He's now going to be putting the pressure on Sparky and Drupally. He's going to be up there fighting for the win as well, it looks like. He's had an amazing start. This worked out great for him. But yeah, Drupally just trying to do his best to get away from Sparky and Vodka, though it's going to be harder. Everybody except for Sparky opting to start on the hards, Sparky starting on the mediums, but this could be a very smart play from Sparky because he's trying to use these faster tires. He's trying to use the faster tires to stay within range of Drupally so that once DRS is enabled, he can fly past Drupally, but he's not going to be able to do that if Drupally's just pulling more time on him, you know? But if Drupally can pull time on Sparky while Sparky's on the faster tires, that's a great sign for Drupally's race. Here we go. Vodka and Beaver coming up here now. 3rd and 4th. Like I said, Vodka's not going to hold back. Vodka's not going to hold back at all. Oh, we see some going around here in the back. Slingshot and Great Ace going side by side into turn 1. Great racing from the two of them. Slingshot gets the move done. Overtakes Great Ace. Moves up to 5th. Great move there from Sling. He moves himself up there on the grid. Vodka and Sparky going a little wide there. Wouldn't be surprised if they got a warning there. Beaver is sticking his nose in. He's trying to get closer to Vodka and Sparky, who are both battling. He's trying to wait to capitalize off of this. While meanwhile, Drupally's trying to get away from them as much as possible. But these 3 are all very close here now at the front. They're pulling away from Sling right now, these 3 guys. But yeah, even though Sparky is on the faster tires, Sparky's on the mediums, he still can't catch Drupally, and he has Vodka Victory behind him to worry about now once DRS gets enabled. So Sparky not in a good position here at all right now at the moment. Because he's also burning up his set of mediums, so he won't have them for later in the race. And he's just losing more and more time to Drupally. And like I said, lap 3 is going to start here now, and next lap Vodka is going to have DRS on him, so In fact, Vodka's already getting close to him without DRS. He's just burning some battery, burning some ERS. Drupal's just setting faster laps here at the moment. Vodka's still not close enough to go for a move into turn 1, though. Still just barely not close enough. DRS gets re-enabled, though. Or gets enabled, I should say, for the full race. Beaver is doing a great job keeping up with Vodka and Sparky, though. He's right there on the back of them. In case anything happens, he'll be ready to capitalize on it. Hitting up some braking boards there. Ooh, Vodka looking for the lunge here on Sparky, going down into the corner. Great camera angle, EA. Gotta love it. But Vodka gets them overtake done. Nice clean move. Good job, Vodka victory. Too bad I couldn't see much of it because EA can't give me good camera angles for some reason. But no, good stuff. Good stuff. Now Beaver is right there with Sparky as well. These medium tires are just not working for Sparky at all right now, even though this is when they should be faster than the hards. But it's just not working for him at all. And Beaver, like I said, doing a great job, though he is burning a lot of ERS. They're down 57. But so is Sparky. Sparky's burned up down to 43%. And if you guys aren't aware, Qatar is one of the worst tracks in the game for fuel consumption as well, and battery. Like I said, it's going to be it's going to take forever for these guys to get their battery back. So they're here burning it up right now. It is going to take fucking forever for them to get it back. So that's not good because Sparky's already burned up 44% of his. Beaver's also burned up a good chunk of his right now, trying to use ERS and DRS to get the move done and get ahead of Sparky, who's on the mediums. Grady sets a new fast lap of the race at 126.7. Beaver just a little too far back to go at it for Sparky. Oh, never mind. He is going to go for it. He's going to go for it in turn 1, him and Sparky there. But unfortunately, like I said, Sparky got the proper line, though, out of the corner. Holds the position. But Great Ace and Sling at the back also getting very close to each other right now. Great Ace looking for an opportunity to send it on Sling. Drupal, like I said, currently holding 1.5 seconds ahead of Vodka, who has now gotten past Sparky. Like I said, Vodka victory moves up in the second position, ahead of Sparky, who's on the mediums. And now Vodka is trying to hunt down Drupal, but Vodka's still a second and a half behind Drupal. Like I said, Great Ace currently at the back, just behind Slingshot. And we'll see. Like I said, these first couple laps are going to be the easiest laps of the race. When this race really gets tough is when these guys start getting, their tires start getting worn. That's when mistakes can happen. And you got to be careful. Beaver is actually going to be really close to Sparky here coming into the next DRS zone. Beaver's going to have a perfect opportunity. He got like 50% ERS. Not sure what happened there. Oh. Going into the start-finish straight. Beaver's going to have DRS on Sparky, who is also using ERS right now just to try to keep Beaver behind him, but it's no use. Well, I guess it is going to somewhat work for him here. I still think Beaver's a little too far back to go for it on Sparky. He's looking for it, but still nothing to be had there. So Beavers has great control of his car right now. He's having great exits of his corner. Sparky looking a little shaky. Very good stuff from Beaver here so far this race. But Sparky, yeah, Sparky's mediums are really falling off. Ooh, Beaver having to dart over there, not hit into the back of Sparky. Yeah, Sparky's mediums are just not working right now at all. Like, every other car is, like, right there on him. Like I said, Beaver is right there on him, and so is Sling and Great Ace. Like, Sparky's mediums are just not working tonight at all. And it's basically all three of these guys just, like, held up behind Sparky right now. And there we get the first time penalty of the race. I'm sure it won't be the last one. Oh! Beaver hits right into the back of Sparky, loses his front wing, and that's it. Great Ace is out of the session as well. And it's a full safety car. Great Ace is out of the race. Sparky and Slingshot both dive into pit under the first safety car. And just like that, but like I said, Beaver doesn't though for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure Beaver lost his front wing. Did he not? I thought Beaver lost his front wing. Oh, Sparky retires from the race as well. What is going on? Both Beaver and Sparky, both Great Ace and Sparky are now out of the race. Slingshot's in the pits, replacing his stuff. What is going on tonight? But that is it. Great Ace and Sparky are both out of the race. What happened there? Sparky pulled into the pits. That's his McLaren still on track, is it not? Yeah, so Sparky retired in the pits, I guess. It said that Sparky retired from the pits, I think because the game put him on, I think he was already upset he was having a bad race, and then the game put him on softs, which is probably clearly not what the tires he wanted to put on. So Sparky decided to rage quit like a sook. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to call people out for their shit. I mean, you know, Sparky decided to rage quit. I mean, it's simple as that. Sparky rage quit. And, yeah, but what happened to Great Ace, though? Because Great Ace was actually the one who brought out the full safety car. Great Ace brought out the full safety car here at Qatar. Something happened there. There was an incident there. Like I said, Sling had a wing to fix. So I think Great Ace just crashed there, simply. Again, I didn't get a great angle on it because I was watching Beaver at the time. I was watching Beaver at the time. Wasn't the best angle. But yeah, they were all held up behind Sparky. Those mediums were just not working for him at all. He was having a terrible start to the race. His pace was all over the place. Oh, and there goes Drooply and Beaver into the pits now. Okay. So I'm interested to see this. I guess they're forced to go slow into the pits because of the safety car. I want to see here. Does Beaver have damage to fix? Because I could have sworn Beaver hit right into the back of Sparky that time. Yep, they are fixing his wing. Yeah, Beaver's wing was messed up. So that was basically a whole, I think what happened there was a whole 4-car pileup, I think. I don't know what happened to Sparky. I don't know why he was losing so much pace. I don't know if it was the medium tires or if he took wing damage early on and he just couldn't, like, control the car with how windy of a track this is. But yeah, but not just that. So just like that, full safety car, two of the 6 drivers already out of the race, Sparky and Great Ace. So this looks like this is going to put Vodka Victory in the start of the race for the safety car restart on the hard tires. Him and Droop, well, it looks like Vodka Victory is the only person who's not pitting under this safety car here right now. So that is going to put him on the back foot for a little bit. Sling and Beaver out on fresh mediums, and Drooply's out on fresh hards. Like I said, Vodka's the only one who hasn't pit yet. But yeah, not sure what happened. I'm assuming it was like a domino effect of... Because yeah, that was really weird, the amount that Sparky slowed down there in that corner. Sparky slowed down way too much in that corner. Which caused Beaver hitting the back of him, which made Beaver lose his wing, and there was something that went on the back with Great Ace and Sling. I think Great Ace just... Oh, the safety car is already in. Okay, cool. Safety car is going to be in this lap. We'll be back to racing. But yeah, it looks like Great Ace and Sparky are both out. Now it's just the 2 Alfa Romeos, Beaver and Vodka. And like I said, Vodka is... Well, he already has a 3-second time penalty for multiple track warnings, so that's great news for the 2 Alfa Romeo drivers. This, all of a sudden, you know, Drooply's biggest competition tonight, Sparky, out of the race. This is going to be a great opportunity for Drooply to potentially get a race win here tonight, but we're back to racing. Vodka Victory is going to take us back. But the thing that the drivers are going to be most happy of here is that safety car now is going to completely recharge their battery, which was previously all used up before that safety car. Like, most of their battery was gone. So this is going to be a great recharge, and both Alfa Romeos are going to try to hunt down Vodka. Though, like I said, you can't count Beaver out either. Beaver was fast before this safety car. But honestly, if I'm Alfa Romeo, like, there's got to be some team orders here. Like, Drooply has clearly been the fastest person on track tonight. Surely you let him hunt down Vodka. But the thing is, Slingshot is currently on fresh mediums. So this is a great opportunity for Slingshot as well. So is he really going to pass up on this opportunity? No. So I think it's just going to be all hands on deck. Whoever comes out on top comes out on top. I think that's all it's going to be. Honestly. Oh, and there you go. Slingshot actually takes lead of the race. Slingshot overtakes Vodka Victory there. On the fresh tires, on the fresh mediums, Slingshot takes lead of the race. And at the start of the next lap, it's going to be a great opportunity for Druply to overtake Vodka as well. Vodka is in a bit of a rough spot right now since, like I said, he did not pit under the full safety car. So Vodka Victory definitely going to be on the back foot here for a little bit. Slingshot currently in lead of the race on the fresh medium tires. But they're all four guys still staying relatively close to each other this whole time. They all want this so bad. They know this is a great opportunity for some of these guys' best finish of the entire season. Now that Sparky and Great Ace, two extremely strong competitors, are out. Just like that. Like I said, it's extremely hard to overtake here at Qatar. Extremely difficult. So these guys are just having to be super patient and wait for their opportunity. But like I said, you know, I could tell that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen from a mile away. The whole lap, Beaver was right on Sparky, and, you know, you could tell that Sparky was holding Beaver up, so it was just a matter of time till something like that happened. Funny enough, I don't understand why. I don't know if it was the medium tires themselves early on in the race for Sparky, or if it was his setup. Maybe because we did the race restart, maybe Sparky forgot to load his setup. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe Sparky forgot to load his Qatar setup when we restarted the lobby. That's always a possibility. But there we go. DRS is now re-enabled. All these guys, Druply and Beaver are both waiting for that opportunity to overtake Vodka Victory. Like I said, Slingshot has already gotten past Vodka, so he's holding the clean air right now. 19 laps to go in the race here at Qatar. Unfortunately for Sling, he's not really being able to pull away from Vodka here. But Vodka is actually being used to help Sling right now. Technically, keep Druply and Beaver at bay, who otherwise would be hunting down Sling right now. So Vodka Victory is almost like a second teammate for Slingshot here right now, funny enough. But there is DRS. Anything can happen. Vodka Victory, only person who has a time penalty right now. These guys are running the race. Tough track at Qatar, like I said, tire wear wise. So Vodka Victory already on 9-lap old hards. That might not sound like a lot, but it is. His hards are definitely getting shot here now for sure. Druply waiting for the opportunity here now, going through the final sector here at Qatar. This is where the accident with Great Ace happened before the safety car. But yeah, absolutely insane that both Great Ace and Sparky are out of the race now. No points for them tonight whatsoever. Well, I mean, except for the points they got from the sprint race, of course. But here we go. Druply now going wheel to wheel. Vodka coming right over on Druply there for no fucking reason. Coming over to touch tires with him. I guess he just wanted to touch tips for some reason. I didn't know he swung that way, but he just really wanted to come over and touch Druply's tires there. You know, there you go. Druply gets past Vodka Victory, and with that, it's currently an Alfa Romeo 1-2. So this is when things get dicey, because you got two teammates who are both currently at the lead of the race. Beaver also putting some great pressure on Vodka Victory right now. This has been an amazing performance from Leave It to Beaver tonight. One of his best of the whole season, I would say, up there with his win at Vegas. This has been a great performance from Beaver. Gotta give him credit for that. Like I said, he's on the faster tires, on fresh mediums, and he's putting enough pressure on Vodka Victory. The Vodka Victory just picked up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that's 6 seconds of time penalties now for Vodka. Nearly getting close to halfway into the race, and no one else has gotten one yet. So for him to already have two is not great for the Aston Martin team at all. But like I said here, oh, Vodka going way wide there. Yeah, Vodka's tires are shot. Like I said, tire wear here at this track is absolutely insane. Vodka's hard tires are already shot 10 laps in, and he's supposed to take them for so many more laps. But here we go. Beaver's going to overtake Vodka here on his fresh mediums. Beaver got it, secures it. Nice move for Beaver there. But yeah, it's crazy. All the guys are still pretty close together, though. You gotta keep that in mind. But wow, yeah, like I said at the start of the race, that's just how bad the tire wear here is. Vodka Victory is usually a master. It's been one of his trademarks this whole season, is how far he's been able to take his hard tires. And here he is, 10, 11 laps in on the hard tires, and they're already shot. They're already messed up at this track. Like, the tire wear here at this track is absolutely terrible. So that's great for the other guys. But like I said, Slingshot still in the lead of the race. He's leading the Grand Prix. He's on a high right now. And when you're in this moment, you don't want to give it up. So it's going to be a battle between these two Alfa Romeo teammates. Vodka Victory picks up another 3-second time penalty. So that's 9 seconds of time penalties for Vodka Victory now. He is really in the dumps right now. This is really bad for him. If he wants to still get the race win here tonight, that is really bad. Already having 9 seconds of time penalties. But as you can see, both Alfa Romeos are now here fighting for the win, though Druply is going to be right on the back of Sling, so I feel like Druply is just going to get an easy DRS overtake here on him here now, similar to what Beaver did to Vodka. And yeah, Sling, just like that, like I said, Sling is on 7-lap-old mediums. Sling's mediums are now wearing out, and Druply's hards are coming in, so Druply's going to try to use these next few laps to pull away from Slingshot and Beaver. I'm guessing that's going to be Druply's intent here, is to pull away from the two guys on the medium tires, who, funny enough, are already pulling away from Vodka Victory. So now it's a second and third battle between Slingshot and Beaver here now, who are both on basically the exact same tires. Beaver's tires are 1 lap newer. And he got 54% ERS. I mean, Sling does have 65% ERS as well. So that is the one big advantage they have, is they have way more ERS than Druply right now. Druply has 32%. ERS, so Druply's going to go on. Though he's already burnt up a lot. Meanwhile, Slingshot and Beaver are being super conservative with it. They're trying to save a good chunk of it, it looks like to me. But Slingshot got to be careful, because Beaver, like I said, is looking really good here tonight, and he is right on Sling's tail. Coming up to the next lap of the race. We're halfway into the race here now. Beaver's going to have DRS on Sling. This could potentially be another overtake here if Sling's not careful. But Sling is using a little bit of ERS, but so is Beaver. They're both pretty much around exact same ERS, but Beaver has a DRS advantage. Sling got to be careful. And wicked move there from Beaver, but they're both still going wheel to wheel. Sling is trying to defend his position with all his might here. Both of them going at it through the first sector. Somehow Sling still manages to defend his position from Beaver there. Great racing from the two of them there. Here on lap 14 of the race, 15 laps to go. And Vodka Victory is still the only person who hasn't done a pit stop yet. Vodka Victory still out there on 13-lap-old hards. He's going to have to pit soon, though. He's only going to be able to take these He's only going to be able to take these tires another couple of laps, and then he'll have to pit for the mediums, if that's his intent to do the one-stop here. And he's just going to have to hope that that one-stop strategy wins him the race. Oh, but there you go. Slingshot picks up his first time penalty tonight. 3-second time penalty. So Leave It to Beaver is going to be loving that. I mean, so is Druply, of course. But yeah, so just to remind everyone, penalties. Vodka got 9 seconds right now. Sling just got his first one. Sling got 3 seconds. But it's all still super tight between these four guys. They're all still staying within a second of each other. Oh, but Vodka Victory goes wide again. Like I said, Vodka Victory's tires are just shot right now. So hard for him to do that final sector now on those tires. But here we go. Beaver got a little bit of ERS, a little bit of DRS. Personally, if I was Beaver, I'd be burning up some ERS here, some more ERS here, and try to get past Sling. But he's not. He's still playing a little passive. I guess, especially now that he knows Sling got the 3-second time penalty. He doesn't think he has to worry as much. So it looks like Beaver is still going to be behind Slingshot now. Beaver still behind Slingshot. But the battling between Beaver and Slingshot has allowed Vodka Victory to catch up to them once again. So it's all super tight. Also, funny enough, Druply hasn't been able to really pull ahead of Sling. Sling is still there with Druply right now. Like I said, Druply got like the most ERS used out of anybody, I think. Yes, he does. So Sling actually not able to pull much time on his teammate right now. But the thing is, Slingshot and Beaver will need to pit here soon. They're not going to be able to take these medium tires much longer. So what I would assume is that Slingshot and Beaver are going to take these medium tires far enough that when they do their pit stop here, they're going to come out in the softs and finish the race on the softs. So if I were them, they're probably going to try to take their mediums another couple laps so that they only got to do like 8 or so laps on the softs. Ooh, it's getting really tight here coming into the corner. Between the two Alfa Romeos and Beaver, getting super tight. Vodka Victory also picked up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Vodka's up to 12 seconds of time penalties right now. That is absolutely insane. Vodka got DRS. Slingshot got DRS on Druply. They're all going into Sector 1 together pretty well here. Both Alfa Romeos duking it out here, even though Sling does have that 3-second time penalty. But he knows it's a long race. His teammate could still get a time penalty of his own. It's not over yet. Beaver still holding on to 60% ERS though. He's not in any rush to burn that off just yet. There's been a battle of attrition between these 4 drivers tonight. They're all so close. Leave it to Beaver getting really close to the back of Slingshot there. But they're all doing a great job keeping up with Druply. Funny enough, Druply has not been able to pull away from these guys at all. He hasn't been saving like any time on them whatsoever. They're all still so close together here. 13 laps remaining. So right now, like I said, these guys in the medium tires are trying to go a couple more laps. They're trying to go a couple more laps so that they can pit and go to the softs to finish the race. Probably do their final 8 or 9 laps or so on the soft tires, I would imagine. Because they already started the race on the hard tires, so there's no need. I mean, you can't really use them, so yeah. So yeah, I think Slingshot and Beaver are actually going to be on the softs for the end of the race, so that's going to be a great opportunity for the two of them. While meanwhile, Vodka's going to have to go, unless Vodka opts to go to the softs as well. I mean, he's still out in these 16-lap old hards. I don't know how he's doing it. Those tires must be absolutely gone. But Druply's not going to be able to take those hards to the end of the race either, so we could see all 4 of these drivers go to the softs to finish the race. Excuse me. Yeah, as I was saying, we could see all 4 of these drivers go to the softs to finish the race, which would be insane. And it would just come down to whoever's faster. But Druply does have track position right now, so the question is, when are these guys going to give in and pit? Beaver does go a little wide over the line here. This is going to be a great opportunity for Vodka Victory. Even though Vodka does have 12 seconds of time penalties, which is absolutely insane. I think that's the most time penalties he's ever had all season, in fact. So that's kind of crazy. Here we go. Beaver is sticking his nose in on Slingshot. Keeping the pressure on him. And let's see. Are either of them going to pit yet? Are Slingshot or Beaver going to pit yet? I would assume not. I'm assuming they're going to go around at least for another lap or 2. And yes, they are. But Vodka Victory is, and Vodka Victory pulls into the pits. Vodka Victory is hopping off the hards, and what is he going to do? Is he going to go 12 laps on the mediums? Here we go, Beaver. He's going side by side using DRS to get past Slingshot finally. Beaver finally gets his opportunity to get past Slingshot, move up in second position. Good stuff to him, and yeah, as I predicted, Vodka Victory comes out in the medium tires to finish the race. He's going to do the final 12 laps on the mediums, which is about as much as Beaver and Slingshot are doing on the mediums right now. So I would imagine we're probably going to see the rest of these guys pit here soon as well, which is going to be huge for Vodka, because that means he might get track position. But again, it's not going to matter too much, because I mean, he has 12 seconds of time penalties, and that's huge. So it's going to be hard for Vodka Victory to win here tonight, but that's great, because like I said, the past 11 races, the only 3 race winners we've had in NACS the past 11 races have been Vodka Victory, Sparky, and Blue Jelly. So it's looking like tonight we might actually see a new race winner. The last time, oh, there we go, Druply Bunyan picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings there. 11 laps to go. So now everybody in the race has a time penalty now, except for Leave It to Beaver. This is looking very similar now to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. To give everyone a little quick lesson, here we go. Beaver he's using DRS and ERS. Try to hold on with Druply and overtake him. But these guys got to be careful. They're going to have to do another pit stop anyway, and they don't want to lose too much time to Vodka, so they really got to keep an eye on that time delta to Vodka victory. But I guess they're just not confident about going 10 laps on the softs, so maybe they're trying to only have to go 8 or 9 laps on the softs. Which, yeah, would be a lot safer, for sure. But yeah, Beaver, huge advantage for Beaver now. Only person doesn't have a time penalty right now, but that, like I said, that could change before the end of the race. Could see him pick up one as well. And yeah, Vodka Victory is flying. He is saving time on them, so like when these guys go to pit, Vodka Victory most likely will be in lead of the race. And we'll see here now if Beaver and Slingshot and Droop decide to go to the softs here yet or not. If any of these guys decide to dip in and do their pit stop. We shall see, we shall see. Anybody going in? Anybody going in? Any takers? Any takers? Yes, in fact, Drooply and Beaver and Sling, all three of these guys all deciding to pit on the same lap. And I would imagine they're all going to the soft tires, but Drooply chokes again, just like last week at Portugal. Drooply Bunyan, the absolute choke master of the season so far. I hate to say it. I hate to say it to him, but man, the absolute choke artist this season. Drooply Bunyan picks up another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, just like last week at Portugal. Like, what is going on, brother? You have so much time to slow down. Vodka Victory sets a new fastest lap of the race at 125.3, and the guys are coming out just in time there with Vodka Victory. They're coming out right behind him on fresh softs. So this is where it all comes down to here now. Both Beaver and Sling are on fresh softs here. Vodka Victory is on medium, so he's on the slowest tires compared to everyone else who's out on track right now. And he has 12 seconds of time penalty. So realistically, we should see a new race winner here. By a new race winner, I mean someone who hasn't won the past 11 races. The last race we had with a different race winner besides the main three guys who've been winning was race 10 at Vegas, where Beaver won. So this could be a Beaver's second win of the season. He's been on great form tonight. Super consistent, super fast, no time penalties. This is a great opportunity for Leave It to Beaver here. Like I said, he just has to stay where he's to, stay with Vodka and Drooply, and he will win it. Sling is now currently in the back, 6 seconds behind everyone else. I don't necessarily know how that happened. I don't know if Sling messed up or something. I don't know. But Sling and Droop both have 3-second time penalties. Vodka got like 40% ERS. We're looking here. Right now, Slingshot does have 76% ERS, so really he should start burning up some of that and trying to catch up. The problem is now Sling is not in that DRS train, which is really rough here. But Beaver is flying, actually. Beaver just had a purple final sector that last lap. And we're hopping on board with him now as he's right on the back of Vodka Victory. Ready to take the win away from him. But I mean, all someone has to do, like I said, Vodka has a 12-second time penalty, so all someone has to do is stay within 12 seconds of Vodka Victory and they will win the race, so. But like I said, once again, Drooply now has 8 seconds of time penalties if we just do a quick little overview. Yeah, Drooply got 8 seconds, Sling got 3, and Vodka got 12. So, like I said, Leave It to Beaver is in the best position right now to win the race. But yeah, I just can't believe that from Drooply, man. Like, at least at Portugal, yeah, you do kind of got to break fast. But, man, like, you have so much time. And there goes Vodka picking up another 3-second time penalty. 15 seconds of time penalties here tonight for Vodka Victory. He's not had a great race. He's been all over the place tonight. But he will still finish with solid points here tonight. If he keeps this up, though. I'm not sure how many penalties you need to have for the game to disqualify you. Beaver and Druply now changing fastest laps. Druply sets a new fast lap of the race at 125 flat on the softs. And Beaver goes for it into turn 1 on Vodka Victory. Pulls ahead, takes lead of the race. Leave It to Beaver is now in the lead of the race for AlphaTauri. This has been a great showing for him tonight. Only 7 laps left of the race. Fighting for the lead now. Holding it. Just trying to hold it and stay safe. So that's the thing. Vodka and Druply both know that even if they get past Beaver, they will still, he will still win it. So Beaver's in a great position here now. And Sling is actually losing time to these guys. For some reason, Sling is really struggling on the soft tires here tonight. I don't know what's going on. I'm really unsure what's going on, but for some reason, Sling is really struggling on the softs here tonight. Everything was fine for him. He was having a great race. He was leading the Grand Prix earlier. And now he's out on the softs and he can't do anything. He just can't keep up with these guys. So very weird. Softs are just not working for Sling tonight at all. So unfortunately, it looks like if he's not careful, he might even miss out on a podium here. I mean, if Sling wants to steal the podium away from his teammate, all he has to do currently, he has to be within 5 seconds of him, but he's still 7.5 behind, so yeah. Sling won't even get a podium here. There goes Vodka, trying to fight back for the race lead from Beaver. As like I said, Vodka's the kind of guy where he likes to say, oh, you know, you didn't beat me on track, though. But, I mean, time penalties are a part of the game, and if you have that many compared to a guy who has none, I mean, come on, he beat you on track. But regardless, you know, it would be a statement for Beaver. Oh, it gets really close to the back of Vodka Victory there. Gotta be careful. But yeah, it's just pretty tight between these top 3 right now. Well, meanwhile, Sling just can't gain any time at all. Beaver sticking his nose in there. We're really going to see how the tire wear goes here for Vodka. He's about, like I said, halfway into the stint on these mediums now. So they're not going to be feeling the best. Meanwhile, these guys are still only on like their 4th lap on the softs. Oh, and there goes Vodka. Vodka Victory goes wide again. And there you go. Beaver gets past him again because Vodka goes wide there on that corner. Goes wide again there, as you can see. Vodka's just all over the place tonight. And yeah, Vodka goes wide there around that corner as well. I'm surprised he doesn't have another time penalty there just yet. Here goes Druply. Druply got DRS on Vodka now. Druply really got Vodka got to worry about Druply. Druply's going to send it in on turn 1 on him. Here they go. They're going wheel to wheel here through turn 1. Beaver's trying to get away from them. Druply's burned up nearly all the ERS he has at the moment. But it's no use. Vodka still got 40% ERS. And Sling just can't catch them. Sling just can't catch up at the moment. Wow. This has been, considering 2 guys DNF pretty early, this has been a tense fight between these 4 guys, but it's unfortunate that Sling fell off in the softs or something. Not sure what happened there. Really not sure what happened to Sling. Don't know how he's came out like 5 seconds behind everybody else. Very strange. Let me look at his well, yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, he's just way slower in the softs than these other guys, it seems. Here we go. Druply got DRS on Beaver. He sends it on him. Goes for it on him down the straightaway. Druply Bunyan takes lead of the race, even though, like I said, he does have 8 seconds of time penalties. So he would have to pull 8 seconds on Beaver right now in order to win the race. Him and Beaver are starting to pull away from Vodka Victory now. Vodka Victory 1.5 seconds behind. I mean, Vodka Victory will finish behind them anyway. And we got to keep in mind that penalty gap, like I said. So Sling right now has a 12-second advantage to Vodka Victory. So as long as Slingshot is within 12 seconds of Vodka Victory, Slingshot will at least take the podium over Vodka. But he is losing more and more time. Like, these softs are just not working for Sling at all. Like, you want to be seeing that gap going up. It's just getting worse and worse. Like, these softs, I don't know what happened to Sling. He was so fast earlier, and now it's just all falling apart. He's really just hoping this race ends soon, and it will. Only 4 more full laps of racing remaining. Druply holds the race lead, but doesn't matter because Beaver's just having such a good race right now. He's really keeping it together. Staying there with Druply, that's all he has to do. Beaver doesn't even need to overtake Druply if he doesn't want to anymore for the rest of this race, and he will win it. Beaver got 30% ERS now, and also Druply's almost burned up all of his, and he's burning up even more of it here now. Druply's just using any ERS he has, I guess, whenever he gets to the straightaway. Try to keep Beaver behind him. Beaver manages to stay within DRS range of him there. Druply's little move there, trying to get Beaver out of the range, did not work. Beaver still got it, so he's going to stick with Druply. Well, meanwhile, Slingshot is just falling more and more off Vodka. He's losing like a second or more to him every lap. Like, what is going on with Slingshot? These soft tires, he's just all over the place. Beaver, now if Beaver's not careful, he is falling out a little bit there now. He might not get DRS on Druply Bunyan next lap. He wants to stay within that. He wants to get towed along, but the problem is these softs, like I said, tire wear here at this track is terrible. And these guys, all 3 of these guys on the softs, they do got to go, you know, they do got to go another 3 laps on these softs. So the final lap, they're going to be on fucking 10-lap-old softs. Coming through here now, though, like I said, Druply is starting to pull away from Beaver a bit. Beaver's going to try to use a bit of ERS to try to get within that zone range. Unfortunately, he's just still barely just outside of it, it looks like. But he's doing a great job. Like I said, all he has to do is stay within, if we look here, he just has to stay within 8 seconds of Druply, and he will win the race tonight for these final 3 laps. This is what it all comes down to. Druply and Beaver. The gap's staying pretty similar. Beaver with 30% ERS right now. Like I said, Druply is just saving up ERS throughout the whole lap and then just using it on the straightaway is what it looks like to me. They're all pretty low there now. Looking through there. Right quick. And yeah, these final 2 laps are going to be the hardest 2 for these guys in the softs. These are going to be the 2 most strenuous ones. So they just got to keep it together for these final 2 laps. Looks like I said, Vodka Victory is almost back within DRS range of Beaver, but Vodka Victory picks up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. My goodness, Vodka Victory now has 18 seconds of time penalties tonight. So like I said, 2 laps remaining. Oh, and Vodka nearly goes wide there. Vodka actually nearly loses his car there. Burns up a bit of ERS now while he got DRS on Beaver. Stay with him. But yeah, that's great news for Slingshot, because now all Slingshot has to do is stay within 15 seconds of Vodka Victory. As long as that gap isn't more than 15 seconds by the end of lap 29, Slingshot will get the podium on him. So he just has to stay within 15 seconds of Vodka Victory. But unfortunately, these final 2 laps, it looks like Sling's softs, like Sling's pace on these softs has just been terrible. Like, it's not even to be offensive, it's just a fact. Like, his pace has just been terrible on these softs compared to how it was on the other tire sets in this race. Like, he was great on the hards, great on the mediums. These softs have just not been working out for him at all. Druply is pulling 2 seconds on Beaver right now, but like I said, all Beaver has to do is stay within 8 seconds of Druply Bunyan, and he'll have it. Meanwhile, Vodka Victory's out here on these mediums. 10 laps old. This is his 11th lap on the mediums, so I mean, as you can see, he's going wide a lot, so I don't think his tires are doing great either. It's just he goes wide again. Oh my goodness. Vodka Victory picks up another 3-second time penalty. Vodka Victory now up to 21 seconds, which is music to Sling's ears. Final lap. Oh, and Vodka Victory spins out on the final corner of the second last lap. Wow. There you go. There you go. That seals the deal for Vodka Victory's race. Final lap of the race. Slingshot now just basically has to cross the line. Sling will steal the podium from him. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Crazy stuff. Yellow flags are still coming up. I wonder why. Is Vodka Victory in low fuel mode? Did Vodka Victory run out of fuel? Still yellow flags. Yeah, I think Vodka Victory's out of fuel. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a race for Vodka all over the place. Got 21 seconds of time penalties and ran out of fuel on the last lap. Wow. So not only did Vodka spin on the last lap, but he also ran out of fuel on the last lap. My goodness. So there you go. Beaver still staying within 3 seconds of Druply. Only one sector left of the Grand Prix. Only one sector left of the Grand Prix. Vodka Victory's left the session. He rage quits. He doesn't even fucking cross the line. Doesn't even cross the line. I mean, you got, dude. They beat you on track this time. Unfortunately for him. But regardless, here we go. Coming around the final corner now. Is Leave It to Beaver. And just like that, the 11 race streak by Vodka Victory and the two McLarens has finally been broken. Leave It to Beaver is your race winner tonight. He won at Vegas and he wins again here at Qatar. Congratulations to Leave It to Beaver. He is your race winner tonight. What a drive from him. Didn't make a single mistake at all the whole night. Well deserved. Druply Bunyan crosses the line. He finishes second due to his time penalty and due to his time penalties he picked up. Again, I'm pretty sure Druply would have pulled the 3 seconds on Beaver that he needed if it was just multiple track warnings, but once again, Druply Bunyan chokes another race because of a speeding in the pit lane penalty. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like, slow down. Hit the fucking Y button. Like, what is there to do? But good stuff to Beaver. But not just that, it's also a double Alfa Romeo podium. Slingshot gets another podium under his belt. And keep in mind, that is also 2 podiums in a row for Slingshot. Finished third at Portugal, beating Great Ace, and now he finished third at Qatar, beating Vodka. So, unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo guys that the season's coming to an end here soon. The Constructors has already been sealed. Regardless, Vodka and Sean still got enough points tonight. They're the Constructors champions, so still congrats to Vodka Victory and Great Ace, even though they didn't have a great race tonight at all. They still win the Constructors. But yeah, we're going to get the podium in here now for a quick podium interview before we end things off tonight. Oh yeah, and Druply also got fast lap of the race, 125 flat. Hello, make sure you got your audio included there. Alright, that's Beaver joining. Hey Beaver, make sure you got your audio included. Make sure you got your audio included. And there's Druply. Druply, make sure you got your audio included.
Oh, man.
Alrighty, we're going to start off with talking to the most positive person, the only person who's joined the party, not said, oh man, tonight. Leave It to Beaver. Congrats, buddy, your second win of the season. I'm sure, let's talk about this for a second, because obviously you didn't feel too great about your win at Vegas earlier in the season. You felt like it was kind of a little bit cheesy because of the whole safety car restart and all that, but man, how did you feel tonight? Because in my eyes, you did no wrong tonight, man. That was the most consistent drive I've seen from you all season. Definitely your best drive in my eyes. But I just want to know how you feel. Yeah. Yeah, did he get to... Did he... I was wondering if it was a situation where because we did the lobby restart, he wasn't able to load his... He didn't load his setup. He forgot to load his setup or something like that.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I could tell something was gonna happen. It was only a matter of time until something happened there with him. What happened to Great Ace though? Did he just crash out on his own, or? Yeah.
Yeah, I came up behind you when you made your move, and then so I tapped you and knocked my wing off, and then Great Ace crashed into the back of me and kablooey.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was all because of Sparky, because Sparky like was just trying to, like you could tell, like all three of you guys were catching him. Like it was just a matter of time until he got past him. But that's a problem that I've been dealing with in a lot of other leagues too, though. Beaver is with guys like their tires get worn or something's going on, and they just do not want to give up the position. They're just too stubborn to just admit like, oh, I just this is not working out.
Right.
Yeah. Nope. Oh yeah. No, but regardless, congrats on your race win though tonight, man. Didn't get a single penalty the whole night, and it's funny because both your race wins have been at the two new tracks on F123. Funny how that worked out. But let's also talk here now with the second place finisher, aka the biggest choke master in NACS season 1.
This game fucking hates me.
This dude. Now Portugal, I gave you Portugal because you gotta break quick at Portugal.
Bro, before
but at
you
this
go
track,
on,
man,
let me just say fuck this shit because my car. You can ask Beaver. Even said my car glitched and disappeared on his screen, but I was locked up. Could not get the car to go 10 miles an hour slower for over 20 fucking foot. I was locked up on the brake, and
you were very slow going in. I thought you guys were going in very slow.
Slow down any further. I was locked up for like 100 foot. Like it just kept going, and like it just glitched.
Yeah.
Beaver said like my car disappeared like as I crossed the pit limit line on his screen.
Yeah, no. It did look a little weird. I was like, they're going really slow. They're being really safe here, and then you still got the penalty. I was like,
yeah. And the other thing was like, Beaver was right on my ass like as I crossed the line and shit too. So like I couldn't have like. All I had to do was slow down just a couple more miles an hour if he wasn't over, and my car was locked up and would not slow down for like 30, 40 feet. I was just sliding full brake.
It's unfortunate, man. You've had the abrupt season, man. You've been the second place king this season. But, I mean, regardless...
The sprint went great. The race was...